Perhaps no other film exemplifies 80s sci-fi better than RoboCop. Released in 1987, it depicted a violent dystopian future where corporate interests drive political agendas, privatize public services, such as policing, and destroy poor communities to make room for towering skyscrapers, while the media brainwashes the public into mindless consumers. RoboCop's director, Paul Verhoeven, wasn't afraid of offending and even making fun of the audience.
Nuke 'em. Get them before they get you. Another quality home game from Butler Brothers.
RoboCop is equally funny and disturbing in its biting satire of corporate corruption, law enforcement, and unrestrained capitalism. Often praised for its prescience, RoboCop held up a dark mirror to corporate America. The film pulls no punches in its depiction of a carnage-fueled near future. In a violent, crime-ridden Detroit, Omni Consumer Products is contracted to take control over the Detroit police force and test its crime-fighting robots. When Officer Alex Murphy is killed in the line of duty, Omni Consumer Products uses Murphy's corpse to test its RoboCop cyborg. When RoboCop learns of the company's corrupt agenda, he turns against his makers. After scoring big at the box office, RoboCop spawned 2 unremarkable sequels, 2 animated series, 2 live-action TV spin-offs, and a forgettable 2014 remake. An upcoming reboot, RoboCop Returns, is now currently in the works. District 9 creator Neil Blomkamp signed on in 2018 to direct the reboot based off an intended sequel to the original 1987 film by RoboCop screenwriters Ed Neumeyer and Michael Miner. The sequel never saw the light of day due to a writer's strike in 1988 and Paul Verhoeven's disinterest in directing it. The reboot will be a direct follow-up to the first film, ignoring the rest of the franchise sequels and spin-offs. Terminator Dark Fate writer Justin Rhodes was hired to write the screenplay for RoboCop Returns, based on the script outlined by Ed Neumeyer and Michael Miner. Blomkamp eventually left the project to focus on his horror film, Demonic. Blomkamp was replaced by Australian filmmaker Abe Forsyth, who is rewriting the Blomkamp and Rhodes script with RoboCop co-creator Ed Neumeyer. Blomkamp did seem like an obvious choice to helm the reboot. His sci-fi films, particularly Chappie, have clearly emulated Verhoeven's realistic, gritty style in RoboCop. Blomkamp was outspoken in his intent to make the reboot stick closely to Verhoeven's look and feel, even reassuring fans that he would be bringing back the original RoboCop suit. In an interview with HN Entertainment, Neumeyer said they intend to make the reboot feel like a proper Verhoeven film, if Verhoeven had directed a movie right after RoboCop. My reaction to this is that if they intend to make a Verhoeven-style film, why not have Verhoeven himself come back to direct the sequel? Well, I think the simple explanation is that Verhoeven has little interest in returning for a sequel. And, let's face it, he already left his stamp on RoboCop and set the standard for the franchise, while also almost single-handedly creating a new breed of sci-fi action cinema, which inspired an entire generation of filmmakers influenced by his ultra-violent, subversive style. I think he said everything he wanted to say in that first movie. Nobody can do Verhoeven's style but Verhoeven. Even if you copy to the letter all of his camera moves, gory excesses, and scathingly satirical tone, it will still feel like a stale imitation. I wasn't too concerned when Blomkamp exited the project, given that his screenwriter Rhodes, who co-scripted the failed reboot Terminator Dark Fate, didn't seem like the best choice to reboot another classic cyberpunk franchise. Abe Forsyth is currently rewriting the script penned by Rhodes. In the same interview with HN Entertainment, Neumeier gave some clues about the plot of the new sequel. It looks like RoboCop will again be going up against corporate corruption, this time involving a formidable new villain in the form of augmented humans. I think it would be great if Peter Weller comes back to play RoboCop for the new sequel. His forceful presence, sensitivity, and deep, resonant voice defined RoboCop as a character with a raw energy similar to Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry or Stallone's Rambo.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
It's hard for me to imagine another actor in the role. With RoboCop Returns currently in pre-production, it will be interesting to see how the sequel reintroduces RoboCop to a new generation. Abe Forsyth's manic, sardonic tone, demonstrated in films like Little Monsters, seems well suited for RoboCop's dystopian satirical premise. I just hope he puts his own stamp on the franchise instead of trying to recreate a Verhoeven film. In an interview with Sci-Fi Wire, Neumeier said the sequel will be funny, satirical, and R-rated. Fingers crossed, we can hopefully look forward to another great RoboCop movie. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.